All right, that's, I think that's chapter 2. All right. Yeah, that was chapter 2 called No Better Time Than the Present. And one last thing about that is there's clothing trade shows you go to sell to stores, you know, like the guys at this store might go to a trade show and see what's hot new by labels. And I went to a trade show that was an action sports trade show. At that time, there was rap music and underground culture. You didn't see it in a clothing company. You had skateboard and surf companies, and we showed up to this show. These guys from LA brought turntables, a DJ, which was unheard of, you know. And we set up and started playing our records and trying to sell clothes. And that's how, you know, streetwear started, you know. And after 3 days, I walked away from a trade show with $300,000 in orders. I was in my last year of school. Come back to LA, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? You know? Quit school, I partnered up with my dad. I got a couple loans from friends, took some family money, dropped out of school, and we started the company. And that's how it went. That's how it started. I'll read this one, it's short. This is our first ad, and you know, there was really, I had no plan when I started. I was just friends with everybody in LA who was down, you know, and we would just get our friends involved in it. So, you know, these are people that are not famous at all, but they are down at the time, you know. This is my friend Mike Messick, who is a club promoter and a DJ, and my friend Jeff, who was a good friend, a great surfer, local surfer, who I'm still friends with. He was a crazy guy, drinker, chasing women and all that stuff, and then his brother OD'd from drugs and died a year later. And he sobered up and got a job with me, and he worked for me for 15 years. And then his friend JP. So that's how it started. I'll read a little bit. It's where you're from, it's not just where you're at. In those first years, Jive was a magnet for people that were in search of the deepest groove, the next downtown party, the next generation of flavor. I took advantage of the situation, got a lot of people I knew involved. The first ad I put together was these 3 friends. Actually that's the same thing I just said. Alright, chapter 3. When late 80s, early 90s, we were really into music videos, rap culture was coming up, it was still underground actually, you know. And so what we did is we, hey Russ, you around? Just turn up the volume on this a second. We thought, hey, let's just do a music video for the company. So we did a little mix of 5 of our favorite songs that year, got our friends together and filmed this video. So maybe later when we finish, you guys can come and check it out. I think this will be up for a little while. And it's just a fucking music video we put together. The guys from House of Pain are in here. You want to turn it down now? So a few of the people that were around and friends were like the guys from House of Pain before they put out a record. I actually helped them design that logo, and they're in the film, they're in the video. Another notable is a girl named Dia Davenport. She's from an acid jazz band called the Brand New Heavies that you guys might recognize. It was a great band from back then. She was in there. So, you know, so we just started doing videos. That's chapter 4.